First common mistake. I hear this a lot. Learner says, I was tired because I went to bed late. Let's fix it gently. When because comes in the middle of a sentence, connecting two parts of the same sentence, you usually do not need a comma before it. I was tired because I went to bed late. No comma. The comma before because is a very common learner habit, and it often comes from the learner's first language, where a connecting word like this might require a pause mark. In English, because in the middle of a sentence flows without a comma.
The memory trick. Because is a bridge, not a pause. Bridges don't stop, they connect. So when because is mid-sentence, let it connect without a break. I was tired because I went to bed late. Smooth, no stop.
Now, there are moments in writing when a comma before because can work, but they are specific and rare. In everyday English, spoken and written, skip the comma, keep it flowing.
Second mistake. This one is about the order. Learner says, because I was sick, so I didn't go to work. Let's fix it gently. You cannot use both because and so to connect the same two ideas in the same sentence. They're doing the same job, connecting cause and effect. Using both together is like putting two bridges between the same banks of a river. You only need one. Choose. Either, I didn't go to work because I was sick, or I was sick, so I didn't go to work. Not both. Pick your direction and use one word.
The memory trick is because and so are rivals for the same job. They don't share, they take turns. Give the job to one of them and let the other rest.
I love that. They're rivals, they don't share.
Third mistake. Learner says, so I was nervous, I couldn't speak. Let's fix it gently. There are two small issues here. First, when so connects cause and effect in the middle of a sentence, there needs to be a comma before so. I was nervous, so I couldn't speak. The comma marks the join between the two parts. Second, the cause needs to come before so. I was nervous is the cause. I couldn't speak is the effect. So, I was nervous, so I couldn't speak. Cause, comma, so, effect. That's the natural pattern.
The memory trick for so, comma before, effect after. You're pausing slightly, taking a breath, and then moving the story forward. I was nervous, pause, so I couldn't speak.
That little pause, that breath, is what the comma represents. And in speech, you actually do pause slightly before so when you're connecting cause and effect. Listen to natural English speakers. You'll hear it.
Fourth mistake, and this one is about using so as a filler at the start of every sentence. Learner says, so I woke up, so I had coffee, so I went to work, so it was a normal day. Let's fix it gently. So at the start is a conversation opener. It's natural and common in English. But when every sentence begins with so, it starts to sound mechanical, like a list, like a robot narrating its morning. Use so to open a conversation or introduce a topic once or twice, then let the story flow naturally without it. Vary your openings.
Variety is what makes speech sound human. A few so's, warm and natural. A so at the start of every sentence, it starts to feel like you're presenting a PowerPoint.
Nobody wants a PowerPoint Monday morning.
Nobody, ever.
Okay, confidence exercise. Out loud, clear voice. Feel every word. I'm here because English matters to me, so I will keep going even when it's hard. Say it again. I'm here because English matters to me, so I will keep going even when it's hard.
Because English matters, the reason, looking back at why you started, looking back at what drives you. So I will keep going, the consequence, the forward motion, the result that follows from that reason. One sentence, both directions, your whole journey.
Not perfect, but confident. That is always enough.
And now, the closing story. One character, real life. Both words doing their job. His name is Omar. He's been working in a new city for 6 months. One evening, his mother calls and asks, "Are you happy there?" Omar thinks for a moment, then he says, "I was lonely at first because I didn't know anyone. But I joined a language exchange group, so I started making friends. And because I made friends, my confidence grew. So now I actually look forward to going out. His mother is quiet for a moment. Then she says, "You sound different." Omar smiles. "I am, Mum," he says. I kept going, so I changed.
I kept going, so I changed. That sentence has a cause and an effect, and both of them are true.
Because carried the honesty, the loneliness, the reason. So carried the movement, the friends, the growth, the change. Together, they told the whole story.
That's what these two words do when you really know them. They don't just connect sentences, they carry your story forward and explain it at the same time. That is real English. That is the English of a person who has lived something and can tell you about it clearly and confidently.
Let's bring it home. Today we learned that because and so are both connecting words, but they face in opposite directions.
Because looks backward at the reason. It answers why. Effect first, then because, then cause.
So looks forward at the result. It answers what happened next. Cause first, then so, then effect. Don't use both in the same sentence for the same connection. They're rivals. Pick one direction and one word.
Comma before so when it's mid-sentence. No comma before because in the middle of a sentence. And so at the start of a sentence is a conversation opener. Wonderful in small doses, mechanical in large ones.